Hello everybody, Captain Marty here. It is Friday, June the 27th. We've taken care of the week, now we're about to take care of the whole month. I'm down in Hatteras still today for the last and final day of the Hatteras Marlin Club Billfish Release Tournament. Had a great time down here all week, and I'll bring you some standings as of yesterday's releases at the end of today's segment. We'll be back in just a moment to paint a little picture. There's not a whole lot of breaking news, but there's a whole lot of fish we can still talk about.
Are you ready for a fishing thrill like no other?
Oh, there he is! There he is! Oh, got him up!
As seen on WikiTune at Outer Banks, the Carolina Girl, captained by majestic Jesse Anderson, is a custom, luxurious 53-foot Jarrett Bay built boat running out of Hatteras Harbor Marina. Let Jesse and her crew give you a fishing experience of a lifetime. To book a trip, go online to CarolinaGirlSportFishing.com. Carolina Girl Sport Fishing, your offshore adventure awaits.
Electricity, something I don't mix well with at all, and that's why I only trust the folks at ELS OBX. ELS OBX offers a variety of services from custom electrical installations to lighting design. ELS OBX has the experience and know-how to complete any job. They're committed to providing the highest quality lighting and electrical installations or service at affordable prices. Visit them online at elsobx.com to get a brighter idea of how shockingly awesome they are. See what I did there? ELS OBX, electrical and lighting solutions you can count on.
So as we said before the break, really everything is very much the same on all areas of our fishing report, offshore, inshore. So what we have there is the Hatteras fleet catching a mixture of small blackfin tuna and Baylor dolphin or mahi, 3 to 5 pounders would probably be about right. Not seeing the wahoo numbers that I was hoping to see, and had a really nice visit with Buddy Hooper yesterday morning, my old mentor and one of the guys that's responsible for me making a career in North Carolina in the fishing industry. Buddy just said the wahoo are coming. It'll be a little bit later. August and September is when they peak out, and really on right on up into the fall, the late fall of the year. But there have been in the charter fleet some scattered billfish being caught. There were several sailfish with the charter boats, and same old for the inshore boats, bluefish and Spanish mackerel. Not too many exotics. Didn't hear of any cobia, big drum, or anything like that. But the meat and potatoes of the inshore fishery is the bluefish and the Spanish mackerel. Oregon Inlet fleet continues to see good mixed fishing. It's kind of the haves and the have-nots. Some people hit the tunas really hard and do really well. On yellowfin tuna, there's a mixture of dolphin, but there again, they're mostly bailers, and there's not a whole lot of. In fact, sometimes people are thinking, where are our dolphin at, our mahi? The inshore fleet did really well. Again, they're catching Spanish mackerel, they're catching some bluefish, a few moonfish in the catches. That's a weird thing. I don't know if I've ever caught one of them as a guide, but by and large, same thing, meat and potatoes, Spanish mackerel, and bluefish. And some of the bluefish are the big bluefish, 8 to 12 pounds, so that's encouraging. A lot of fun to catch one of those. Surf fishing, very much the same as it was yesterday. Avon Surf had a good report of a bluefish and Spanish bite very early in the morning. As almost everything I got in my reports from Tony Lombardi, from the piers, from the surf, the morning bite is the bite, especially for the blues and Spanish. But in Avon, there was a good bite on bluefish and Spanish mackerel very, very early. I got another report from up on the north beaches, north of Oregon Inlet, and all the way on up to the Virginia line. A real good bite of sea mullet up that way in the morning. Nice size sea mullet, too, and plenty of them. That's encouraging. Bluefish, spots, croakers up that way. And then on the piers, Jeanette's had a lot of stuff. They had the what I call the frying pan special. Croakers, sea bass, bluefish, sea mullet, Spanish mackerel. And if you cook up one of each of those, you'll have a seafood platter. It'll be anything you'll buy at any restaurant on the Outer Banks. And we saw a lot of that on the piers. Just the small summertime bottom fish, mostly bluefish and Spanish mackerel, providing a little bit of excitement. And sometimes that bluefish bite is really darn good, because those fish, they move through in schools, and so you could go for 2 hours and not have a bite, and then in 1 hour you could catch 10. And that's why you got to be patient, and you need to talk to the pier heads and the people that are there early. And you really got to be willing to get out of bed. And you can go back and take a nap later in the day when it gets hot. But really that morning bite has been good on the piers and in the surf. So we'll take a little break right here, and I'll come back and talk to you a little bit about the backcountry and about the tournament at the Hatteras Marlin Club.
Red Drum Tackle in Buxton is the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras. And being the closest tackle shop to Cape Point, Red Drum Tackle has been welcoming fishermen to Hatteras Island with a wide selection of bait and tackle, skilled custom rod builds, rod and reel repair, expert knowledge and information since 1974. Red Drum Tackle knows how, when, and where to fish. To acquire this fishing brain power, visit them online at reddrumtackle.com. Red Drum Tackle, the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras and the closest to Cape Point in Buxton.
Don't have a lot of information on the backcountry report other than I talked to a couple of the guides fishing out of Hatteras going back out in the Sound, and they're having a decent bite on same things we talk about every day. The Sound report has been consistent. It's not going to be a gimme, I can tell you that, but they had some nice sheephead fishing yesterday out in the Sound back of Hatteras, and they've been catching the bluefish. A little bit tougher for the trout and puppy drum, but I do know that's the four things you're pretty much going to catch. Now, there's been some flounder caught. I know that's disappointing because the season's closed on those, but there have been some flounder caught too. They put up a good fight. You got to let them go right now. But, well, we'll just see what happens. By the way, the trout season going to open up. Unless something changed while I've been down here at the tournament, the trout season will open up in just a couple of days on July the 1st. So we'll be looking forward to hearing what happens there as well. And as far as the Hatteras Marlin Club tournament, with today being the last day of fishing, the Cheryl Ann, who's done really well, they have fished out. Their days are done. You fish 3 out of 5 days. So they fished out. They got 1 blue marlin, 2 white marlin, and 8 sailfish. And then that puts them in first place. The BB still holding on to second with 1 blue marlin and 4 sailfish. And the aficionado from up in Nag's Head, Jack Graham, Joe Jenks, all that crowd, Joe Jenkins, and all that crowd, nice bunch of guys. I have to admit, they're kind of one of my secret favorites. They have a blue marlin and 4 sailfish. They're in third place. So we'll keep you posted as they roll through the day tomorrow. We'll let you know on our Monday morning report who the winners were and how that all played out. I do hope you're enjoying a beautiful day on the Outer Banks. Watch out for that hot beat sand, and go down there to the waterfront and cast a line, because you're absolutely not going to catch them in the motel room. Good luck. God bless.